live. We're heading towards the Wofford College right now. Very excited. Day one of training camp underway today, and I'm super pumped. I'm super jacked up today. You know, it's been a minute. First thing I'll say is hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And also don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, as well as scheduling for the channel and fan football for Yahoo Sports. Don't forget to download your Yahoo Sports fantasy app if you want to get involved in that. We got 4 spots open. It is open to the public. Open to the public, ladies and gentlemen, starting today. Now, that is going to end at the end of training camp. So, I want to make sure everybody knows, do not miss out on this opportunity. If you want to get involved, it is a free league. We're not doing anything prizes-wise for it right now, but 4 spots open to the public for fantasy football today. And I'm excited because I expanded it to 12 teams. It was originally 10. The schedule released for meeting me at training camp is officially going up right now on the channel. So definitely check that out. I'll be up there today. So anybody that's going up there today, come by and say hi. Feel free to say hi. Even if I miss a player, a drill or two, don't worry about it. Just come over and say hi. Don't be shy, man. I'm super hyped up, man. Super hyped up for this. Now, before we get started on the positive stuff and talking about the team, I got a bone to pick with the NFL. I got a major bone to pick with the NFL. And that is in regards to the NFL tickets that they're doing for the training camp now. Not happy about that. Not thrilled. And the thing is, nobody's doing, they're not making a profit off of it. For the teams that are doing free ticketing, they're not making a profit off of it. I don't understand the logic here. So, in my mind, this is absurd. I don't understand what they're trying to gain by putting a ticketing system in. We've never had a limit on how many people have actually come out to the training camps. We've never had a limit on any of this, before the last 2 years. Before this, it was film restrictions. And I think this whole COVID situation just paved the way to allowing them to open the door to restricting us and us being okay with it, and not saying anything. Nobody's really gone up to the stadiums or done anything protesting wise, and it's absolutely absurd. They cut off the video recording. Now we got a ticketing system. Who in their right mind could plan 3 days ahead of time, whether you're going to be there on Saturday or not? And by the time you do plan it, it's already sold out. It's absurd. Like, I could understand if the NFL was actually profiting off of this, off the free teams as well, you know, off the free training camps as well. I could understand that, you know, but they're actually losing money. And here's my big gripe. Okay, this is not just the fans that are getting screwed over. This is the YouTubers as well. I was going to bring Blitzball up there, who had never been to a training camp day in his life. Never been to one in his life. And now neither one of us have tickets to going up there. And I don't want to hear it from the people that are like, oh, well, you should have gotten all these tickets sooner. Okay, well, again, I didn't even know I was going until I scheduled it. Okay? Come on. You can't do people like that. You can't do people like that, NFL. It's just wrong. You know, and I don't like calling people out on stuff, but this is ridiculous. My thing is, if they're trying to get money back from this, you know, from the whole COVID situation, I would understand that. I would 100% understand that. And I would not be mad at that. Because everybody's struggling right now. All the businesses are trying to get back up and running. You know, still 3 years later. Not a problem. You know, it's still screwing people over. That get screwed over are your own people, because you're not getting vendor money. You're not getting merch money, you know, from the people that would have been able to come by putting a limit on this. And I think it's just absurdly ridiculous. I've never understood it. Never understood it even once. Why this is a thing. I mean, you fool us once, shame on us, okay? Fool us twice, shame on you. Because in this particular situation, shame on you, NFL, because you should know better. You don't do that to people. You're playing with people's livelihoods here, man. People have to pay their bills with this money. You know, the vendors in these vendor areas are not cheap. You know, for Back Together Saturday, it's not cheap. You know, they're relying on that money because they're not making any money off of anything else during training camp. Because thankfully, our owner has blessed us and decided not to charge for training camp. And I'm still eternally thankful for that. Every day I'm thankful for that. But you're screwing over your own vendors, your own merch people. I mean, this is stupid. This is absurdly stupid. Somebody needs to get called out for this. There's no reason to partner with Ticketmaster just because maybe a handful of teams actually charge for their tickets. Okay, great. So partner with Ticketmaster for them. Don't make a deal with Ticketmaster where you have to partner up with every team in the league, you know, and screw everybody over. This is ridiculous. It's wrong. Anyway, rant's over, man. Rant's over. But I'm sorry I had to spend like 10 minutes on that garbage, man. I'm real sorry. because this is not what this stream is supposed to be. It really isn't, bro. I'm real sorry about that. It's supposed to be about the Panthers and prepping up for the training camp. All right, so real quick, the things that I'm looking for today. I'm looking for footwork, I'm looking for hands, I'm looking for technique today. I'm looking for Bryce Young's release time. I'm looking for what is the hero doing with placement of players, you know? And I'm looking for what is the talent level of some of the newer people coming in, you know, gauging the talent level on day one. Day two is more so going to be gauging the amount of potential that these guys have. But day one is gauging the talent altogether. So we're going to start with that. We got a lot of good players and a lot of talented players coming in, a lot of new names to learn. So bear with me, be patient with me. If I get some of these names wrong, you know, when I do live stream, you know, bear with me. It's because I'm still trying to learn them for this new team that we built. But I think this is quite a crew that we put together here. And I think that we have the potential to do a lot of really, really good things. I have just received word that we are working out about 10 players. 4 of them are corners, 2 quarterbacks, and I believe a wide receiver, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so those 4 corners, one of those 4 corners includes a guy formerly from Duke. Now, I've watched this dude, okay? 5 interceptions, 15 pass deflections when he was healthy on the field. Beast. Absolute beast of a corner. Now, if we can keep him healthy and put him in the number 3 rotational spot, we're in business. That solves my problem of the third corner problem. The third corner spot that I've been harping on for the past month. Maybe 2 months. So, therefore, we would only need a defensive end and a replacement for Michael Jordan. You know, with all due respect to Michael Jordan, he's a great player, but he just ain't it, okay? He ain't it. He proved that during the Saints game last year. The man's not it. He is replaceable. All right, so, well, when you get right down to it, every one of these guys is replaceable at some point in time. You know what I mean? But currently, he's replaceable. I recommend Andrew Norwell, who is 31 years old right now, was on our Super Bowl squad, starting 5, and is still a beast. Last we saw, he was starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, if all goes well, and this dude comes in as a rotational piece, we're going to be really, really solid. We're going to be able to move Brady Christensen around wherever we please. And that's going to work out really, really well. Now, because we all know that once Corbett comes back, he is going to start. There's no question about that. All right? So, my question really begins with the defense. You know, my questions begin there. I don't know what we're doing with right now as far as what the system is going to look like. That's why I want to see where everybody lines up on certain 11, 9-on-9 drills and 11-on-11 drills. That's going to tell me a lot as far as what we're trying to accomplish with the 3-4. I know the basis of 3-4. I've done a little research in the amount of time that I was able to. Probably not enough, but I know enough to recognize, where these guys are supposed to be lining up. And I can tell you from there what type of talent we have on the field from the new guys coming in. Because today I'm going to be measuring speed. I'm going to be measuring, footwork. I'm going to be measuring, are you able to jump up in the air to get some of these pass deflections? What are we dealing with? That's what I want to see today. I don't want to see any riffraff from these players, fighting each other today. It's day one. Don't do that. It's too early for that. What I want to see is who these guys are. And then we'll go from there. I may be looking for a couple of things that I'm not going to mention on camera right now, too. But main thing is going to be, I heard Bryce Young has a quick release time. I want to clock that for myself up there. I want to see what we're doing with. Are we doing with like 2.9? Are we doing with 2.8? There's a big difference on that. If it's anywhere near 2.7, which is Matt Ryan's time, we got a baller on our hands, and with his quick decision making and his smart decision making, we could really be in really good shape with the type of offense that we want to run now. So that's why this is going to be very, very important to clock that and make sure that we know. Unfortunately, I don't have a stopwatch, but I do have my eyes, so I can clock it pretty well. I've watched a lot of these quarterbacks, so I know what to look for and how to look for it. As far as footwork, as far as technique, is he going to get the ball over the offensive line? Can he do that? I think the answers are going to be yes, yes, and yes. I think we got a lot of things that can be answered in day one, such as mechanics and stuff like that. But you're really not going to see a total focus on the mechanics and stuff like that until next week. First week is just basic installment. After that, then you start getting into the serious nitty-gritty. Okay, are these guys really honed in technique-wise? Are we dealing with happy feet? When you're doing with the quarterback, like we did with Sam Darnold. Are you doing with a 3-step drop? What are we doing with? This is stuff I need to see with my own eyes. Like, I've watched these guys in college, but I need to see them on the field in front of me, in a Panthers uniform, to be able to get a real picture of what we're looking at. So I want to see warm-up stretches. I want to see these guys get those healthy stretches in that Ron Rivera instituted back in 2019. That's actually helped keep people off the particular during training camp, because before that were going on the injury list. It was bad. So that's one of the few things that I think Ron actually did right in 2019 which I was not thrilled with him that year. Before that, he was rocking and rolling as a coach. You know, I had zero problems with this man. You know, I had one or two gripes, you know, but they were minor gripes. You know, it was more so with the rest of the coaching staff. But this is one of the few things that he actually did right in 2019, because it got people to stay on the field. And when you have people that stay on the field, the more success you're going to have. All right? So, with that, I'm going to open it up to questions. Who has a question? Throw it in chat. And also hit that like button if you're in here, if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too. Up to you guys, you know. Let's talk about fantasy football real quick. Again, 4 spots open, wide open to the public now. Make sure you download that Yahoo Sports app, fantasy app, to be able to include yourself in those 4 spots. There'll be a Facebook post later on this evening opening it up officially with the link. So I pushed it to 12 teams. So don't be shy. Jump on in there, all right? Now, again, it is a 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex spot, tight end, wide receiver, running back spot for the flex. Kicker and a whole defense. And 5 bench spots. So make sure that you know that going in, all right? Make sure you're aware of that. I'll post that in the post as well to make sure that people know that. We'll be doing a group chat afterwards once we've closed up the registration for it to vote on the time and day of when you guys want to see that draft scheduled. All right. Now, what am I looking for players-wise today? Who am I looking at? Shy Tuttle. I want to know who he is. I want to know who Bryce Young is as far as his passing ability. Clocking him. I want to know what our offensive line looks like. I want to know what we're doing with on several fronts. Okay? So once we're able to establish what we're looking at, then we can begin to get a clearer picture of who should be competing where and how. Did they put up a new event center over here? Star Center. I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's weird. I'm over here off of exit 66 off of 35. So just entering Spartanburg now. But I think there's a lot to be said about the talent coming in certain positions that I want to look at.